Hey everyone! Today we're diving deep into the Monsterverse to uncover the mysteries of one of the most enigmatic and powerful titans to ever exist, Shimo. If you're a fan of Godzilla, Kong, and the entire Monsterverse saga, you've probably heard whispers about this legendary creature. But who exactly is Shimo? Where did it come from? What are its powers? And how does it fit into the larger Monsterverse lore? Stick around, because we're about to break it all down. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our deep dives into the Monsterverse and beyond. Now, let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about Shimo's origins. Shimo is a titan that has been shrouded in mystery for years. Unlike Godzilla or Kong, who have been front and center in the Monsterverse, Shimo has remained in the shadows, only hinted at in ancient texts, cave paintings, and cryptic references by Monarch. According to Monsterverse lore, Shimo is an ancient titan that predates even Godzilla. It's said to have originated during the last ice age, which makes sense given its icy powers. More on that later. Shimo's name itself is derived from the Japanese word for frost, or cold, which perfectly encapsulates its nature. Shimo is believed to have hibernated deep within the Arctic ice for millennia, undisturbed and forgotten by the world. But as we've seen in the Monsterverse, when titans awaken, the world trembles. So, what caused Shimo to re-emerge? Well, that's where things get interesting. If Shimo were to be introduced into the Monsterverse, their role could be incredibly intriguing. With Godzilla and Kong already representing the primal forces of nature and destruction, Shimo could bring something new, an elemental power tied to cold and ice. Imagine a scenario where Shimo is awakened from a frozen slumber, perhaps deep in the Arctic, or beneath the ice in a remote region. This could set the stage for a major clash with Godzilla, who has historically represented the forces of fire and destruction. The contrast between Godzilla's atomic fire and Shimo's icy power could create a fascinating dynamic, one that challenges both creatures in new ways. Shimo might even serve as a force of nature that directly opposes the existing order of titans, throwing the balance of the Monsterverse into disarray. Now, let's talk about what makes Shimo such a formidable titan. Shimo is often described as the Ice Titan or Frost Titan, and for good reason. Its powers are centered around ice and cold, making it a natural counter to fire-based titans like Rodin or even the fiery Ghidorah. Shimo's primary ability is its control over ice and freezing temperatures. It can generate massive ice storms, freeze entire landscapes in seconds, and even create ice constructs like walls, spikes, or weapons. Imagine a titan-sized ice dragon, and you're not far off. But that's not all. Shimo's icy breath is said to be so powerful that it can freeze other titans solid, rendering them immobile and vulnerable. This makes Shimo a unique threat in the Monsterverse, as it doesn't rely on brute strength or atomic energy like Godzilla. It uses precision and control to dominate its enemies. Speaking of battles, let's talk about the epic confrontations between Godzilla and Shimo. While these two titans haven't officially faced off in any mainstream Godzilla films yet, their hypothetical battles have been a favorite topic among fans. And it's easy to see why. Godzilla, with his atomic breath and brute strength, versus Shimo, with her freezing powers and icy armor, it's a matchup for the ages. Imagine a showdown between Godzilla and Shimo. Godzilla's atomic breath meets Shimo's icy blast. It's the ultimate clash of fire and ice. Who would win? Well, that's a debate for another video. Now that we know what Shimo is capable of, let's talk about its role in the Monsterverse. Shimo isn't just a random titan, it's a key player in the balance of power among the titans. In fact, some theories suggest that Shimo was once the ruler of the titans before Godzilla took the throne. During the last ice age, Shimo was one of the most dominant titans, maintaining the planet's climate and keeping other titans in check. But as the ice receded and the world warmed, Shimo retreated into hibernation, allowing other titans like Godzilla to rise to power. Fast forward to the modern Monsterverse, and Shimo's reawakening could spell disaster for the current balance of power. If Shimo decides to reclaim its throne, we could see an all-out war between the titans, with humanity caught in the crossfire. And let's not forget about Kong. As we saw in Godzilla vs. Kong is now a major player in the Monsterverse. How would he fare against an ice-powered titan like Shimo? It's a matchup I'd love to see on the big screen. Shimo isn't just a standalone titan, it's deeply connected to the larger Monsterverse lore. For starters, Shimo's icy powers make it a natural rival to fire-based titans like Rodin and even the volcanic titan, Magma. But its most intriguing connection is to Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon from space. Now let's speculate on Shimo's abilities. As the name suggests, Shimo could harness the power of ice, snow, and extreme cold. Perhaps they can summon blizzards or freeze entire landscapes in moments. Their mere presence could lower temperatures to sub-zero levels, creating an environment that hinders the movement of other kaiju. Shimo could even possess the ability to encase enemies in ice, immobilizing them before delivering a crushing blow. If Shimo's ice powers are as formidable as they seem, they could also have the ability to control vast frozen terrains, creating an icy kingdom where they reign supreme. Some theories suggest that Shimo and Ghidorah are polar opposites, literally. Ghidorah represents chaos and destruction, while Shimo represents order and balance. In a way, Shimo could be the key to defeating Ghidorah if it ever returns. Additionally, Shimo's connection to the Ice Age ties it to other ancient titans like Behemoth and Methuselah. Could Shimo be the missing link that explains the origins of these titans? It's a fascinating possibility that adds even more depth to the Monsterverse. With the Monsterverse expanding with each new movie, it's only a matter of time before Shimo makes its debut. But how will it be introduced? Will it be an ally, an enemy, or something in between? Imagine this: a post-credits scene in the next Godzilla or Kong movie. The camera pans over a frozen wasteland, and suddenly, the ice begins to crack. A massive, icy figure emerges, and the screen cuts to black with the words, "Shimo will rise." How epic would that be? Alternatively, Shimo could be the catalyst for Godzilla and Kong teaming up once again. After all, it would take both of them to take down a titan as powerful as Shimo. In terms of comparison, Shimo could be similar to Godzilla in terms of raw power, but might differ greatly in style. Instead of fire or radiation, Shimo would use the freezing cold to alter the battlefield. This could result in clashes that don't just involve physical strength, but strategic use of environmental factors. Additionally, Shimo could be capable of withstanding extreme heat or even absorbing energy from volcanic or magma-based attacks, thanks to their connection to cold. In this way, Shimo would be a formidable force to contend with, offering a unique challenge to the established titans. Beyond the battles and the spectacle, Godzilla and Shimo represent something deeper. They're symbols of nature's power and humanity's relationship with the environment. Godzilla, born from nuclear radiation, is a reminder of the dangers of unchecked technological advancement. Shimo, with her icy powers, represents the fragility of our planet's ecosystems and the consequences of climate change. So there you have it, everything we know and speculate about Shimo, the ice titan of the Monsterverse. From its ancient origins to its incredible powers and potential role in future movies, Shimo is a titan that deserves its time in the spotlight. One thing's for sure, the legacy of Godzilla and Shimo will continue to grow. These titans have captured our imaginations for decades, and their stories are far from over. Whether they're battling each other or teaming up to save the world, Godzilla and Shimo will always be a symbol of the power and majesty of the kaiju universe. What do you think about Shimo? Are you excited to see it in future Monsterverse movies? Who would win in a fight, Shimo or Godzilla? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our Monsterverse content. Until next time, stay awesome and keep exploring the world of Titans.